Hi, this is TapCat. Welcome to part 25 of Let's Play Civilization 5 Brave New World as the Shoshone. Now, before we take our first move, I just want to talk really quickly about what would be our next playthrough. I've had a few questions asking me if I'll do another Civilization 5 Let's Play, and I do intend to do that. So, what I want to ask is, if you have a preference of what you would like to see me play, whether it's a particular civilization or a victory type we want to shoot for, a map, whatever, just let me know in the comments and, we'll start keeping track. This is not going to be, or at least I don't think it's going to be, the final installment. But I do think one way or another, we're getting pretty close. We're either going to win a science victory in the next few parts, or someone else will steal the game from us like the craven dogs that they are. So, with that said, let's go ahead and crank it up here. It looks like the only artifact we get a chance to produce is Brazilian. I'm not going to do a landmark. We don't have enough time for that to be good. And now, another thing we could stand to talk about briefly is I've been thinking more and more about Venice and diplomatic victories, and there's not really any doubt in my mind that this is easily the biggest threat to our winning the game. So what I want to do is start moving our military into place so that if we need to attack him, we can. And it is actually very possible that we are going to need to do that. So, my goal is I'm actually going to start moving everything towards our east coast. And by everything, what I guess I mean is everything that I would really want to bring with us if we were going to invade Venice. And that is not going to be everything, but it is going to be a decent number of units. And hopefully this won't slow the game down too much, but yeah, the more I think about how much progress he's made, like he's not only overtaken Maria, I mean, he's buried her basically. So, yeah, we're going to see if we can't take some of the wind out of his sails. We're going to go ahead and upgrade this, but I'm not going to upgrade too many units for the simple fact that I really want to make sure we have enough gold to buy off. Let's bring the general with us too, now that I think about it. If we have to buy off a city-state in order to keep him from winning, I want to be able to do that. Now, I don't really want to bring any of these machine gun units with us. So we're going to use them as garrisons as much as possible. What's the limit of his move? Wow, he can go pretty much the whole distance. And then we're going to go ahead and upgrade him as well. And I think let's bring him too. Alright, he can't come very far. Have we kind of emptied it out at this point? We've got this infantry. We've got that infantry. I guess I won't worry about leaving a garrison for every single city. I mean, our happiness is pretty ridiculously high. So we'll move this guy out too. That guy's already on the way. So here's the other thing we're going to do. We're going to shift our production. Can I build a destroyer? I can't, can I? I don't have it yet. Well, that's alright. I can build a battleship, I'll tell you that. Just to check our priorities. What are we working on? Yeah, okay. In 5 turns, we can start building destroyers. If we go to war with Venice, it'll be interesting because I took a lot of guff from people who felt like I was just way too slow in the war against Brazil. Even though I had many reasons why I believed in that particular war, slower was better. And actually no reasons that were particularly pressing on why I needed to go quicker. But that said, I can tell you this. If we go to war on this particular situation, we will not go slow. My goal would actually be, if at all possible, to take Venice just as fast as we can humanly do it. So I need to start building boosters. I'm not sure this is necessarily a great city to do it in, but I suppose we have time. So we're already building one there. We'll build something here when the Hubble telescope is done. And, you know, we don't need this here. I'm going to do it in Rio as well. Okay, so I don't want to give up this research lab. We really need that. I mean, I don't want to just abandon the idea of having science, strangely enough, when I'm going for a science victory. And we're no longer friends with Prague. That hurts. Looks like next turn we're going to get to pick another policy. We'll go ahead and put this bazooka on alert. I don't know. I mean, I could bring units like that, but I feel like they're just going to kind of choke up the battlefield without really doing me that much good. Yeah, alright. I'm not going to embark yet. Maybe what I should do, though, is I'll bring him up here, kind of get him out of the way. Bring him here. Okay, he can't come all the way. That's fine. Doesn't really matter. Okay, so for the moment, I'm going to put him on alert. Put him on alert. Yep, you come on up, Mr. General, sir. I see. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, he may get his world religion, actually. I don't know. That reminds me. I just want to check the spy situation. So we're in Ife, Laza, Tyre, Panama City. God. What needs my orders? Okay. You just sit tight. And, you know, maybe I'll just move him here and launch from that spot. That doesn't seem too horrible. We can't stack everybody up on the exact same tiles. That's just not going to work. I remember. So what I was going to do was look and see what city-states are with him that we don't need that much influence. Wow. So Panama City and Ife are the two that we're closest to. I didn't mean to click that. And I think we're already in both of those, aren't we? Panama City and Ife. All right, so never mind. We're going to leave everybody where they're at and hope for the best. Obviously, I'm not really like jonesing to go to war with Venice. But it's a good while yet before we're going to be able to pull a science victory out of our hat. And it's really funny. It's like he's been flying under the radar this whole time. And then now when, you know, the world leader thing has come up, holy cow, he is a major danger to us and everybody else if they'd only realize it. Well, clearly I don't care about new cities starting with 3 extra population. You know, this one's interesting just because happiness does translate into yet more science. Hold on just one second. Let me check something. So we get 105 from excess happiness. So we're getting 3 science for every 1 excess happiness. Okay, yeah. Sorry, for a second I couldn't remember what I was just looking at. So the idea of getting... We have research labs in public schools in basically every single city. So that's like 18 more happiness or 54 more science. I mean, that's not nothing. The other one that I think sounds pretty good is 2 production per city, plus 1 production for every mine and quarry. And we have a lot of mines and quarries. Okay, I think primarily because I feel like we really need to build these military units as fast as we can. I'm going to take that. I think it's kind of a debatable, you know, question as to which one you want. And we are going to start on another battleship, I think. In an ideal situation, we would go over there and just have like 1,000,000 battleships that we could open up on him with. And I would be pretty good with that. You know what? Before I do that, do we have... Yeah, okay. We already had a... do I dare do an armory? I guess not. I'd like to build some of these things, you know, where he'd get more promotions. Yeah, this is the battleship. And you go ahead and take a chill pill. You come on over. And likewise, relax. I guess I need to put him here. We're pretty much full up now. What's this about? Rio converted. That's fine. So one thing that does kind of stink about doing this is that it is going to slow the game down. I mean, I really don't want this to be like a 35-part Let's Play for some reason. And it is true that as soon as you start fooling around building military units, moving military units, attacking with military units, you know, you get a lot fewer turns in per installment of this series, so that's unfortunate. On the other hand, losing is also really unfortunate, and we're going to give it our best shot to not do that. And I'm pretty sure that if we just sit here, we are going to lose. Okay. I actually don't even know where I'm sending him. Alright, well, that's a cargo ship. I saw those frigates down here, though. Jeez, look at this. He's got a whole navy. God, wouldn't it be awesome if we could just destroy all those in one burst? That's not going to happen, though. So I don't want to send a huge force up to his border, but I don't think there's anything wrong with sending one ship to kind of poke around and get the lay of the land. How am I doing? All right, we're 2 turns away from having combustion. And what we're probably going to want to do... let me think. Is maybe even switch production in one city. Either that or we're going to have to buy a destroyer. My fear is if we need to conquer him, like if he goes on a vote buying rampage or something, he's at 27. He only needs 2 more than that in the next world leader election to just win. So we may have about 10 turns to take him out. That is possible. If I can't buy back some of those city-states, and you know he's got more money than I do. I mean, all right, we'll send him way up here. Yeah, I don't have any doubt that if it comes down to it, he's got a lot more money than me. Boy, I don't want to see a battleship up here. That's bad news, man. No, I'm going to let you fight that battle, friend. Cahokia has a new ally, and it's Venice. So that means he's at 29, right? I think so. I tell you, this guy, he's something. So clearly, oh, we got Hubble telescope.
Wonder is not that the field of stars is so vast, but that man has measured it. Any man who can drive safely while kissing a pretty girl is simply not giving the kiss the attention it deserves.
And we got a golden age. Well, that was quite a nice little trifecta there. Okay, so we do, I believe, have we've got technology stacked up. So let's go ahead and use this guy.
The root of the evil is not the construction of new, more dreadful weapons. It is the spirit of conquest.
Okay. And you do your thing, please. So we have a cargo ship. Now, I'll give you a little tip. I am not going to send him to Venice. We're going to send him to Warsaw. And let's choose production here. So obviously I can't build a ship, but what I can do is build a booster for the spaceship. And I guess I'll send this guy here. There's no point getting right on top of his border. We'll go like up here. Same thing. You just chill. So we have 3 battleships in the general vicinity. So do I even want to fool with trying to peel off delegates? Will it matter? I mean, he's gonna pass this stupid world religion thing, right? How can I possibly get enough delegates away from him? So if all of us vote against it, that's 25 votes. So maybe... I wish I knew what other people were going to vote. I only need 15 to get Lhasa away from him. Okay, you know what? Let's try it. Is there anyone else I can get cheap? I don't want to spend a fortune on this. Not right now. I may need it before the next election. Yeah, so these guys want 55, and that would be over 1,000 gold. Let's not do that right now. But we should... Yeah, he's down to 27, and we've got 27 votes if everybody goes against him. Wow. Well, we'll find out, won't we? It'll be interesting. This game is not boring. Whatever its flaws, whatever mistakes I've made, I mean, there is drama. I'm very curious to see how this vote goes. I guess we won't know that until the following turn.
Computers are like Old Testament gods. Lots of rules and no mercy.
Okay, another battleship is ready. Let's get him moving. I'm going to leave him where he's at. You know what? I'm going to embark. I'm pretty convinced at this point that we got work to do over there. And that's where we're going. Okay. Yep. Good luck, boys. Good luck storming the castle. All right. Or it's actually have fun storming the castle. Pardon me for butchering that quote. I just wanted to do a quick check. You know what I did leave behind is the poor general. And obviously he won't help the battleships very much, but he might help the other guys. So I'm going to just put every single vote I have against this and hope for the best. That's all I can do. I mean, I want sciences funding. Oh, it's going to pass anyway. Oh, I should look at this. So yeah, we're going to lose. We're going to lose. Because if our votes are added to the nay votes, the 6 nay votes, that's 17. There's only 8 more unaccounted for. That would give us 25. We're 4 votes short. All right, well then I might as well throw 1 vote on mine just in case that helps me curry favor with Portugal or whoever. Now, let's do this. Let's build a destroyer. Because I need that really badly. Can I purchase at least a barracks? Let's do that. Okay. And I'm 3 turns away from having a battleship. I guess I'll leave that alone. We're 1 turn away from having another rocket artillery. I don't know to what extent we're going to be able to bring the land units into play. But, you know, we may not have enough battleships to do this job. So I'm just thinking, yeah, they both passed. Well, that's partly good news, but it means that SOB has more delegates than he did. That's, God, man. He's only got 31. No big deal. Yeah, so as it stands right now, he's going to win. You know, if we don't figure out a way to stop him. Okay, we finished our rocket artillery. Now, here's a problem. I could build a Manhattan project, but we have no uranium. We just didn't get any. So, it's not really going to help me very much. I could do the Great Firewall. But I honestly don't think that's going to help me much either. I'm thinking at this point, I'm just going to pump it into science. And try to get, you know, these things a little quicker. Oh, one thing I should have checked. Hold on. What about spaceship parts? Do we have any? No, it doesn't look like it. Okay. So, research. We can promote this, so it's fine. I'll take open terrain, I guess. And versus cities. And we're good to go. And I'll move him in a minute. But I got to get these guys out of the way. So let's do that. Okay. Yeah, you know, it's really funny. This is my first time playing with, obviously, against Venice, and with this mechanic that they've added for diplomatic victory. At least I believe diplomatic victories used to work differently than they do now. And it's just been amazing to see how fast he went from, you know, not really being close to having enough delegates to just wham. I mean, he is on the verge of taking this game. So I guess I'm going to start massing on the border. I may be a little early with that, so I'll stop. I mean, those other units are still a long ways away. It's not like I'm going to literally attack with one. Yeah, that's great. I'm your buddy. Yeah, whatever, Shaka. Shaka should so be my friend. I know there's reasons why he's not, but I've shared intrigue with him about 1,000,000 times. I would trade with him if he ever once would give me a proposal that wasn't just asinine. But I guess if he did that, he wouldn't be Shaka. That's just part of what makes him such a uniquely special and wonderful individual. You know, it's funny, earlier I was laughing about starting another city, but seeing 4 uranium there, I mean, I guess if I got desperate enough, I don't know. I think that's a pretty desperate / stupid move if I did that. It'd probably be easier to just conquer a city, so yeah, we'll see. Alright, I think I need to actually start moving some of these guys up. I guess he's moved as far as he can, so. Okay, he can move up one more tile. He can move up a lot more than one tile. So my plan is to land them like over here ish. Obviously, we don't want to be in the water any longer than we have to once war is declared. Something tells me that would be very poor tactical maneuvering.
Ireis considerar esta oferta?
Yes, ma'am. Okay, Shaka's denounced us for what? I'm not really sure. Leventa desires a trade route.
1. A robot may not injure a human being or through inaction allow a human being to come to harm. 2. A robot must obey any orders given to it by human beings, except when such orders would conflict with the first law. 3. A robot must protect its own existence as long as such protection does not conflict with the first or second law.
Well, we got another battleship. Now, I have to admit, this guy is not even going to come close to being where we really need him to be in an amount of time that, you know, is going to matter. But that said, I mean, all we can do is what we can do. I might as well have one guy who's halfway decent against naval units, right? Okay. Come on. Wiki wiki. We're getting there. God, we have 8 turns left until we lose this game, potentially. Now, in fairness, This isn't necessarily all on us, right? Maria or somebody else could potentially buy one of the city-states' allegiance. So we were in a research agreement with Enrico. You know, I don't even know. If you declare war and you're in the middle of a research agreement, it probably goes away, right? I would think so. All right, we can't build a ship here. That's pretty obvious. Well, we can build a ship here. It just isn't going anywhere. So, I certainly don't want to build a ship here. And I think what I'm going to do is just put more into research for now. Oh, I see. We can move the cockpit down to the capital. Oh, okay. And I need to remember, we have this great artist, and we're going to fire up a golden age as soon as the current one is over. All right. Okay. Wow, I actually brought a lot of units. For the amount of space we have to land on, I don't think I fully appreciated just how tiny this is. Okay, let's add it to the ship. You come on over. So, just really quickly, where are we? Yeah, okay, that's fine. I knew we were still early on. That's fine. Not really overly concerned about it. So I'm going to take just a minute here to build an armory. We've put a lot of units in the water. So I think that's okay. And I'm tempted to build something like the Great Firewall, but do we really need the Great Firewall? We could build the Manhattan Project. We could build a spaceship factory. But the only one that's going to matter is the last piece as far as how quickly we build it. And we already have a spaceship factory in our capital. So, you know, I'm going to build a barracks in case we end up building more units here. And here, I'm actually going to do the same thing. And yeah, I guess I'm going to do the same thing. Since nothing I build in these cities is going to make it to the front in time to matter. Oh my God, he's up to 33. Yeah, this is ugly. Well, we'll see what happens.
Sta offerta non sarà valida per
Yeah, forget you. I don't know what happens. If you go to war, the agreement probably goes kaput, and then I don't know if you get your 350 back or anything. I'm guessing you don't. Well, we got a bunch of elections rigged. Other than Panama City, looks like we got all the others. Okay, our golden age is still running, so we're just going to go ahead and put him to sleep for one more turn. Now, let's bring him up here. And bring him... Hey, you know... Wow, no. Okay. Yeah, I can't quite get there. That's a bummer. God, man. We're so stacked up over here. Jeez, we did. We brought too many guys for the amount of access that we have to them. It's almost ridiculous. So then if he has any ships in the water, he's just going to cut us to pieces. Oh, there's one. I'm sure that carrier doesn't have any planes on it or anything, though. That won't be a problem, right? Okay, so how are we doing with this? We only need 7 to get Manila back. But boy, a lot of these we need like 200 and 300 influence. But there's a few that require less. So we'll try to peel those off. My goal is this. What we're going to do is, take however many we can so that Maria or whoever might be able to help. But you know what I just realized? This installment has gone about its full length. So we're going to cut it off here and continue next time. And most likely we will be declaring war against Venice. And it'll be live or die time. So thank you for watching, and I hope we see you next time.